What's up, guys? Hello there. The day the auctioneers came calling. Auctioneers, guys. I don't know if it still happens today, but uh, there was money that was being given in circles, and we could be given as women groups. And what we used to do is to join in a group of 10, do some savings, then we go and borrow from a certain circle. That circle used to save us tuitions. And guys, let me tell you, we used to sign for each other as a, what do you call it? Collateral. No, not collateral. Okay, you had to stand for another. And again, we used to use collateral, our household goods as collateral, guys. And you could check your time, the time that your husband is not in or your partner is not in. That is if you are married. If you are not, then you're okay. It's your house. But if you are married, you'd check the time that your husband is not in, and you'd go with 10 women to your house with the officer from the circle, and they would come and inspect your television set, inspect your sofa set, inspect your cooker in the kitchen, and they would take that as collateral, guys. And then your other 9 members would sign for you, and you would be given the money. You would continue paying for that money for the duration of time that the loan was the agreed time of the loan repayment. And guys, why am I even talking like it doesn't happen today? It still happens today. But I see like it doesn't happen because I held my, what do you call it? This robe of the ear like this. This robe. Ear robe. I held it like this and pinched it and said, never again. Never again will I ever go to borrow from a circle and have women sign for me, and I signed for them because I needed money. So guys, this case is a very different one because when you sign in for your friends, they also sign in for you. And whenever you are getting a loan, they are the ones that will sign in that if you don't pay, they will pay. So imagine you are 10 and you don't know what somebody can you don't know what can happen to one of you. And here a person has taken 500,000 shillings. You have signed in for them. They have taken you to their houses. You have seen there's a cooker there, there's a television set there, and you know what, guys, those days the television sets that used to be there are, what do you call those very heavy box TVs that are out of fashion these days. They're outdated. And today we are going for these stream TVs. And then it used to be a whole box that used to be 20 inches. A 20-inch TV used to be something that you'd even write in there as a guarantee that I have a 20-inch TV, and I have this and that sofa set, 3-seater, 5-seater sofa set. I have this and that gas cooker, the one that you place on the table. And guys, let me tell you, you would give all that as collateral, and then your friends would sign for you, and then you would get a loan. So guys, let me tell you. So me, I went ahead and got into a women's group and started saving. We were supposed to save some, 20% of the savings, and then you'd be given 5 or 6 times the savings. And it was my time to take a loan. So guys, the time I was supposed to apply for that loan, I had to take the officer from the circle company to my house, accompanied by 10 members of the family, of the 10 members of the group, the women's group. So I looked for a time that my partner was not home, because there is nothing that I owned in that house. I did not own a television set there. Neither did I own the sofa set. Neither did I even own the gas cooker and the cylinder and all those things that I gave as collateral. So because I needed the money, I looked for a time that he's not there, and I took the group of women to that house. Guys, I signed in the things that are not mine for a loan. And the guys, my friends, stood as guaranteeing my application, loan application, and I was given the loan, guys. But let me tell you, the devil is a liar. I was given that loan and I paid. We used to meet every once in a week to give the payment for a duration like 1 year or so. And guys, I remember those meetings had a fixed time. We could always pick our bags and go to a certain hotel where the officer would come with her books, and we would give the proceeds for that week, the loans, the repayment for that week, and you are done. If any of you ever missed to come for that meeting, you, the members that are seated on that table, you are required to pay for her the portion that she was supposed to pay for that week. You would not leave that table before you pay for her. So what we used to do, guys, is to make sure that we are one. We keep contact, we speak to each other before the loan repayment day, so that if one of us did not have enough money, you would rather contribute to them so that they go and pay up, instead of making the officer know that you are struggling. This is because we used to graduate. If we had taken 100,000, you would graduate. Once you clear, you would graduate to 200,000. Once you clear, you would graduate to 300,000 shillings, and that, and so and so. So we never used to want the officer to know that we are struggling in repayment, and we used to keep contact to make sure that everybody pays their loan. After all, I've signed for you, you have signed for me. So we were each other's keepers. Guys, let me tell you something. When the video was starting, I told you about the auctioneers that came calling. And you are wondering how come the auctioneers came calling if that is the way you were. Guys, business started going down. Business started going down. Yes, the product that we bought was still there on the shelves. But guys, have you seen a situation like the situation now? Because the situation in the country at the moment is dire. It's very bad. There is no money. There is no business. Here you had taken a loan. The day of repayment has come. You have not even sold the product that you bought. So that was the case then. And most of us started struggling. Most of us could not raise the weekly repayment amount. And guys, it became so wanting that most of us were even hiding, running away from the meetings. And those members that used to go and sit in the meeting place, if your colleagues don't come, I'm telling you, the officer was making you sit there until you make calls, you source them, you speak to them, and you ask them to send the money by M-Pesa. That used to be the situation, guys. So my situation turned worse, because after repaying the loan like halfway, I was completely unable to raise money to pay up. Completely unable. And remember, I not even told my partner that I'm taking a loan. So guys, things started turning from bad to worse. And the ladies that I was in the same group with started looking for me. And they remember they had come to my house. So they would come to my house and knock while I'm inside, and I would refuse to open. And let me tell you guys, can you imagine you hearing people knock at your door? And you are inside and you refuse to open. And then the gate man would have been, they were asking the gate man, have you seen so and so? And the watchman, you cannot go reporting to people that you all are around somewhere and you are hiding. And they would come knocking, and the watchman would say, yes, I have not seen her leave. Me, I thought she's still inside. And they would come back and knock and knock and knock. Hey, guys. And I was only praying to God that they don't find my partner inside the house one time. Because this is somebody I'm not even told that I had taken alone, guys. There are some things that we do in life that are, let me tell you, some of these things, avoid doing them. Otherwise, they'll give you stress and pressure for nothing. So, guys, one thing led to another, and I was completely unable to pay. And the guys were forced to pay for me, and they paid for me as several weeks, and they said enough is enough, we have to go and look for her. They tried looking for me and they couldn't. At one time I gave a word to our gate man that no one should be allowed in my compound. So they were coming and reaching the gate, and they were being told, you'll not go beyond there. Call her. If you need her, call her. And they would call, I would not even answer. So what happened is that they went and sourced the auctioneers and sent the auctioneers my way. So guys, I did not know what would happen or what they were intending to do. But there was this fear that had gripped me, and I was losing weight because I was so stressed. And my partner was asking me, what is happening to you? You seem so unhappy these days. And here I was keeping it from him. I didn't tell him what I was going through. Guys, it is always good to speak out. These things are there in life. And if they come your way, speak them out. Share. It is not a crime to take alone. But I took it like it's a crime. But it is because I did not report to him that I had taken, that I intended to take the role. Even before you do these things, just tell your partner what you intend to do. Most of the times they will give it a go ahead. And let me tell you, whenever there is a go ahead, there is blessings. But do things behind people's back, and you see the way they backfire, guys. So the auctioneers were sent, and they came. And with the auctioneers, the gate man will not stop them. So they came to the house. I happened to have been away that day, and they found my house girl. So they did not even wait to be allowed in. You know the way when there's somebody at home, the main door is never locked. So they just came and stormed inside the house. And guys, let me tell you, they removed the sofas. They removed the 20-inch color TV, that box thing. They removed everything from the house, including those that are not even indicated in the collateral sheet. They removed those things. And guys, they went with them. Guys, so I'm there. My house girl started calling me, and I saw a missed call. But I said, because I'm heading home, I'll not call her. Let me just proceed home. This was at about 5 o'clock when my partner was also leaving the office. And I remember when I was entering the gate, he was just behind me. So as I was just knocking at the door, he was just following me. So I'm fighting a house girl with wide eyes, looking at me with wide eyes, and I'm wondering what is happening. Then she tells me, some people came here and they took everything. Just when she was finishing that sentence, my partner was just behind my back there, also arriving, and asked, Took what? Guys, then the girl explained. They took the sofa set, they took the TV, they took everything. The gas cooker. I have not even eaten lunch because they carried everything. I have not even fed the baby because there was nothing to cook. And I tried to call you, and you did not answer. And my partner was like, what the? What the? What happened? Why did you go doing things behind my back? Why? So he sat me down where there was no seat. He had to sit on a stool. And he told me, right now, tell me how much you owe these people. And I was shaking like a leaf, guys. I was shaking. I was ashamed. And I tell you, I went through a lot of shame because I had to explain to him the date that I took that loan, the amount that I had taken, the much that I have paid. And he asked me one question. So even that time that I was suffering here, not knowing what to do, having missed the house rent, you had the money and you didn't tell me that is the day you had even taken this much money, and you didn't even tell me you had the money. Probably you would have even given me a portion of that loan money, and I paid the rent that time that I was struggling, and I would have given it back to you. You had the money and you didn't even tell me. And you have, hey, guys, have you ever been caught in a situation where you are so ashamed and you find yourself like you are also a fool because why didn't I even tell him? You would not even have refused me. Actually, you'd even have assisted me in repayment when I was stuck had I announced it to him in good time. Guys, hey, the rest is history. Because you can already guess what went on in that home from that day on. The rest is history. Please subscribe to this channel and see you in the next one.